Okay, on deck is Cliff Coons. Okay, good. And now coming to the stage, Tim Finnegan. Woo!
Yeah! Howdy, Yale! My name is Sheriff Tim, and I'm from the Dakota Territory. Now, I enjoy my job as a sheriff, but being a sheriff can also be a hard job at times. I've had to deal with some shit. I've had to fight crime in Mount Rushmore, the Black Hills of Dakota, and other parts of the Wild West. But, let me tell you one fucking story about a crime I had to fight once. Now, there was one time, there's been a lot of scams going around these days on social media, Instagram, and other shit. There have also been apartment scams going on, at least around here in Los Angeles. And I can give you one example. There have been people pretending to be landlords who are saying hey, you want this apartment? It's a cheap price, but when it's too good to be true, they're really just not being honest. And they say if you want the apartment, you can pay the money before you tour, and then if you don't want it, I'll give you the refund. But they're really being dishonest about that shit, because what they're doing is they're just trying to trick you, and they're trying to take your fucking money. So don't fall for that scam. So a lot of people made complaints to me about it. I had to arrest some people about the scam. But when I did some investigating about those apartment scams and social media scams, it turned out that the person who was responsible for all those scams happened to be the old H.H. Holmes. Now, there was another time, let me tell you this story once. Now, one time, I was working at a rodeo, there in Salem, Virginia, and it was right before the rodeo started. There was a guy by the name of Borat who was scheduled to sing the national anthem that day. But he got booed off stage by his audience because he really wasn't singing the fucking national anthem. He was really just singing about his love for Kazakhstan, so I had to arrest Borat, and I didn't give a shit about that. Now, let me tell you another story. One time I worked at an airport, and I once had to arrest Ben Stiller when he was on an airplane. He refused to fucking check his bag in the airplane, and he argued with the stewardess, and then he just said the word bomb on the airplane, and then I removed him from the plane. I arrested Ben Stiller just because of saying the word bomb on the airplane, and he was like, "What's wrong with saying bomb on an airplane?" And I said to Ben, "Look, you can't say bomb on an airplane," but then Ben was like, "Bomb, bomb, 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 bomb." So I didn't give a shit about that. Now, let me get into this story now. When I was working at a hoedown in Oklahoma, I was at a bar, there was a hoedown going on. I think Dolly Parton was playing some fucking awesome live music that night. But when I was at the hoedown that night, there was a fight going on between a farmer and a cowman. They were disagreeing about a lot of shit, and it's the farmer thought, one man, likes to push a plow and the other likes to chase a cow. I even made an announcement up on stage about how the farmer and the cowman should be friends. I'm like, just because one man likes to push a plow and the other likes to chase a cow, that's no reason why they can't be friends. I even started singing, "Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. One man likes to push a plow, the other likes to chase a cow, but that's no reason why they can't be friends. Territory functions stick together, territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys dance with the farmers' daughters, farmers dance with the ranchers' gals." But then the fight kept going on, and I had some investigating to do to figure out. We started the fucking fight at the bar at the hoedown that night, so I was figuring some shit out, and then once I finished the investigating, I realized it happened to be Bart Simpson and the Joker who started the fucking fight at the bar. So I called Batman and Spider-Man to the scene. They defeated the Joker, and then I arrested Bart Simpson, and then Chief Wiggum brought Bart back to Springfield and to do 5 days of community service. So then after all that shit was done, we celebrated victory, and we started singing about our love for Oklahoma. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yo, yay, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, 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 Oklahoma. Yeah! That's my time. Thanks for watching tonight. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you.